Hello, friends, and welcome to another Origins of Expressions. Today, we'll be going over the phrases all washed up, wash your mouth out with soap, it will all come out in the wash. What do they all have in common? They're all phrases and idioms around washing. Let's get right to work and start this video. Washing. That routine that we do every day as an essential part of our daily hygiene. Often, people use soap and detergents to assist in the emulsification of oils and dirt particles so they can easily be washed away. Washing is something we do to our bodies, but we also do it to our clothes and homes. Because washing is such an essential part of our routine, it is no surprise that we see it in our phrases and expressions. Today, we'll be exploring 3 phrases where washing is a subject. Let's not waste any time and head into our first phrase. All washed up. All washed up means that a person's career is ruined. A person or a thing is no longer popular, no longer successful. Well, they're all washed up. The idiom washed up or all washed up came into use in the 1920s and seems to have started as a theatrical term. Originally, washed up or all washed up simply meant that the person in question had finished performing and had washed the stage makeup off his face. The first time we see the writing was in the New York Times in 1923. Although it means the literal term, someone just got done cleaning up, it reads, washed up all through for the night. In time, washed up or all washed up came to mean that somebody was finished for all time, that his career was ruined, and that he would never perform again, and that they have washed their stage makeup off for the last time. Today, we still might hear the phrase when saying that someone is finished, worn out, or past their prime. An example sentence is, it's very common to see washed up actors trying to become directors later in their careers. Well, they look busy. Let's leave them and move into our next phrase. Wash your mouth out with soap. Wash your mouth out with soap is a punishment for someone being rude or using bad and vulgar language. Hey, watch it. I'll wash your mouth out with soap. Washing out the mouth with soap is a traditional form of physical punishment that consists of placing soap or a similar cleaning agent inside a person's mouth so that the person will taste it, producing what most people consider an unpleasant experience. This form of punishment was especially common in the United States and in the United Kingdom from the late 19th century until the mid 20th century. Washing out the mouth with soap is most often used as a response to profanity, lying, biting, tobacco use, or verbal disrespect. It functions both as a symbolic cleansing following the bad deed and as a deterrent due to the foul aftertaste. Just like washing dirt out of your laundry, this was a threat to wash the bad words or language from one's mouth. It was commonly used as child discipline or school discipline and is no longer an acceptable disciplinary action. Today, you still might hear a parent threatening to wash their kid's mouth out with soap, even though it is a threat and not usually done, due to the fact that ingestion of soap and detergents can have potentially serious health consequences. It can also have some legal consequences. So, don't try this at home, kids. Here is an example sentence of what you might hear. If you kids don't stop swearing, I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap. Yikes, looks like they're getting in trouble. Let's leave them and move into our next phrase. It will all come out in the wash. It will all come out in the wash means a lie or other secret will be uncovered eventually. Everything will work out in the end. Don't worry, it'll all come out in the wash. This started out as a literal term, which alludes to the removal of dirt and stains by laundering, but now has come to mean that problems will be cleaned up and things will go back to normal soon, with no damage done. We first see this expression being alluded to in Cervantes' Don Quixote in 1605. It translates to say, all will come out in the laundry. Today, we still use this phrase to say everything will work out in the end. An example sentence is, don't worry about paying me back for dinner. It'll all come out in the wash eventually. Well, let's let them enjoy their dinner as we move on. Ooh, fun fact. Did you know that the washing machine has been around since the middle of the 1700s? Yep, that's right, but not exactly what we use today. The first machine was a simple box that was filled with clothes and water and rotated by hand. Of course, before this machine, we have always cleaned the clothes that we wore. At first, the people cleaned their clothes by pounding them on rocks or rubbing them with abrasive sands and washing the dirt away in streams and rivers. In colonial times, the most common way of washing clothes was to boil them in a large pot or cauldron, then lay them on a flat board and beat them with a paddle called a dolly. The metal washboard, which many people associate with pioneer life, was invented around 1833. Before that, washboards were made entirely of wood, including the carved ridge washing surface. As time went on, we see the washing machine change and become more efficient. The modern washing machine first appeared in 1908, and the first automatic washing machine was in 1937. Wow, washing machines have had quite a lifespan. Well, that's the information that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of our idioms and phrases. I would love to have you subscribe if you did. It is way better than having your mouth washed out with soap. Plus, it's quick and easy, and I would really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, quick question before you go. Do you know any idioms or phrases around washing? Maybe you know other idioms or phrases on an entirely different subject. I would love to see them. Leave them in the comments below. And if I use one of the phrases, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you again for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. Until next time, bye.